Fam First Friday on a Friday night, and I'm gonna get right into my topic on tonight. My topic for tonight is, who are you in your family? There's usually three types of people that you may possibly be in your family. One may be the person that's always borrowing money. Two, a person that's always lending out money. Or three, a person that is just a comforter. Someone that can be there and talk to you about the issues and problems you're facing, but can't really help you out, or maybe only a little. Now, let's talk about the borrower. Usually, this is the person in the family that's never seems to can't get right and always actually needs some money here and there. Oh, I'm gonna pay you back this week, or I'm gonna pay you back next week, or give me a month and I'll get back to you. Or in some cases, they don't actually pay you back at all, and they just hope that you forget. And 3-6 months from now, they'll probably ask you to borrow money again, or even a year from now. And then you probably, depending on who you are in your family, you probably actually give it to them instead of letting them or allowing them to actually figure things out on their own. It's important that you let people borrow money from time to time in your family, but it's also too important to actually let them go and have to figure out their issues and their problems on their own. If we're always trying to figure out and fix problems for our families and even sometimes our friends, then they will never actually get it on their own. So although a lot of us may actually give money to them, it's better that we allow them to actually go through the suffering and actually go through what pains they may have financially, so that they can actually get right. So for the borrower, if you are that person in your family, it may be time for you to actually listen to some advice and get some advice from some people that will actually help you out, so that you won't be in the financial struggles that you face from day to day. If you get some financial advice, this will be better for you, and then this will help the people in your family not look at you in a certain type of way, or when they see you, they want to walk away because they know that you're going to actually ask them for some money. Okay, so then we also have the lender. Now, the lender in the family is very important that if you are the lender in your family and you're the person that most of the people in your family come to when they have financial issues or problems, and they say, hey, well, I could call on them, they're going to help me out, they'll help me to get myself together, it's always a good thing if you are in that position. But the bad side of it is, if you're the person that everybody in your family goes to for help financially, what will happen if you ever are struggling financially and you are not able to actually get things right? This will not only hurt you, but it will also hurt your family as well. So it's very important as the lender in your family that you have other people that you can actually lean on, and that you can actually get money from in case something does actually happen to you. Anything can possibly happen to you financially. And so this is important that everyone in your family just doesn't depend on you. Now, there could also be other people in your family that are possibly good financially, and are people that people in your family go to when they need to borrow some money or things like that. Now, it's important that you work with them and you stay tight with them, and that you guys are able to help the rest of your family out. But it's also important that for those in your family that aren't doing so well off financially, that you help to assist with actually teaching them the things that you know are the things that will actually help them out. In return, this will actually help you out, so therefore you will have more people that can help you out in your time of need. It's not so important that we store up all the money and the wealth for ourselves, and we leave our family members out there not telling them financial tips and things like that that can actually help them out if we're doing well off. If you're doing well off, or you're doing maybe a little bit better than your family members, it should be one of the most important things you try to do is to actually reach out to them, let them know what they can do and how they can change their lives. So therefore, they won't be always borrowing from you and lending from you. And then this won't only help them out financially, but it'll help you out financially, because they will no longer be borrowing money from you, but they will be actually possibly helping other people out in your family, so that everybody doesn't actually run to you. So it's very important as the lender in your family that you teach other people how to get their finances together, so that in the future they can be lenders just like you. Now, the person that is maybe the comforter in the family, the person that people go to talk to about their issues, their problems, things that they may be going through financially, and they can't possibly help the people out a whole lot, or the family members out a whole lot, but they can sit there and they can talk to them and they can listen to them. They can fix them a good meal, or say, hey, you know what, if you need anything to eat, I got food here. Oh, you guys need some clothes? We got some hand-me-downs that we can give you guys. Oh, you just want to sit and talk so that you can get the frustration or stress off of you? Let's sit down, let's actually talk, let's play some cards, let's do something. This person is usually definitely very good, valuable person in the family, because not only are they able to actually talk things out with people, but they help people to actually grow, so that they can actually change from their habits. And then sometimes they may be the person, for those of you who are possibly the lenders, they may be the ones to talk some sense into you, to let you know, he or she, do you remember when you was broke and you needed money and we helped you out? Or do you remember when this or that happened and people were able to help you out? So sometimes when you do become a lender in the family, you don't often want to give back to others, because you definitely want to hold them to, hey, you know, they need to get themselves together. But at the same time, you always need that comforter person that could talk to you and let you know, hey, you know what, that's still your relative. You know, they still are our blood, so we need to actually help them out. So this person will actually talk you in to actually doing things that you normally wouldn't actually do. And then they also help out with those who are the borrowers, because sometimes, you know, the borrower has burnt his bridges with the rest of the family. So they have to be that person that talks truth into them and let them know that, hey, okay, you've been borrowing from this cousin, you've been borrowing from that cousin, you've been borrowing from this uncle, that auntie, and everybody is just tired of you, because you don't want to do nothing with your life or yourself. So you need to stop asking everybody else for money and actually do something for yourself. We're not giving you anything else. Now, for the person that's the borrower, this may actually help them to actually change, because it's actually coming from the comforter in the family. So this is the person that probably didn't lend them a whole lot of money, or weren't able to actually help them out a whole lot, but is a person that's always like there for them, or willing to like be there for them, and then just you know, talk them through things and just actually listen to them. So in most cases, they will actually hear this person out more than they will hear out the person that's possibly the lender in the family. They will look at the lender in the family as someone who's stuck up and is uppity and is full of themselves, where the person that's the comforter, that isn't the person that could lend, they're not well off, but they're just all right, then they will say, okay, well, you know what, maybe they were telling the truth, and maybe I do need to actually get myself together. And I know that they're not that much better off than me. They're just a little bit above me. You know, they possibly did a few other moves that made them just a little bit more well off than myself, but I know that I can actually get on a status or on a level if I actually do the right things. So this is why it's always good when you have a comforter in the family, a person that can talk to everyone and let everyone actually see their wrongs and their faults, and then what they're actually doing right as well. Oftentimes, if we don't have this type of person in our family that can tell us, hey, where we're right and where we're wrong, then we will do and act any kind of way with our family members and loved ones. So this is why the comforter is always needed in our families. All right, so on my picks and predictions last week, I did pretty good. You know what? I got all three of my NBA picks. I was off on the Pro Bowl, but I mean, it was a flag football game. You know, if you want to count that as a football game, I guess so. Then, as far as my WWE picks, I was right on one of my picks with the women's pick. I was right with Charlotte Flair. And then, as far as the men's, I wasn't right on that, but both of the guys I was predicting did make it to, like, I believe at least in the top 6 of the guys at the end. But on to this week, some things you should be watching. One, you know, check out some women's basketball. It's definitely really good. So college women's basketball, watch USC versus Ohio State. USC's at home, and I'm a West Coast person, so I'm going to take USC. Then in the men's, you should definitely check out Auburn versus Florida. Florida is not at home, so I'm going to give Auburn the edge. They are the #1 team in the nation, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to them. Lastly, in college basketball, I'll be looking at Arizona versus Texas Tech. And once again, I'm going to stick with the home team, and I'm going to go with Texas Tech. Now, the NBA will be playing a few games over this weekend, and a lot of them won't be on TV, but one that will be on Saturday will be Boston versus New York, and I'm going to stick with the home team. I've been going with the home team, so I'm going to go with New York. Now, what everybody's been waiting on, and what everybody should be watching on this Sunday, the Super Bowl. There will be other sports stuff going on, but nobody wants to watch that. Nobody even wants to think about that. The only thing they're going to be thinking about is the Super Bowl and the Super Bowl party and what they're going to be eating and who they're going to be chilling with and who's going to actually win. And so this is what I'm going to get down to. Now, in terms of who's going to win, I told you guys earlier in the week I like conspiracy theories, and when some of my homeboys hit me up, they hit me up about these conspiracy theories. So one of my homeboys hit me up and he said, hey, I'm going to tell you who's going to win. And I said, all right, tell me. So he said, check out your Roku. I'm like, okay, let me check out my Roku. Cool. I'm looking at my Roku. He was like, what do you see? I said, okay, I'm looking. I see a banner for Kansas City. I see a banner for the Eagles. He said, okay, look at the lights. And so I said, all right, let me look at the lights. I look at the lights and I see that Kansas City, they got normal lights. Then he said, all right. He said, look at Philly's lights. So I looked at Philly's light, and under Philly's light, I noticed that it was shaped differently from the Eagles light. The Phillies light is in the shape of a W. So if you look at your Roku, for those of y'all who don't got a whole lot of money like me, look at your Roku. When it's on the home screen, when you haven't been on there for a minute, and then look at Kansas City lights, and then look at the Philadelphia Eagles lights, and tell me what you see. You see the Kansas City lights look like regular normal lights, but if you look at the Eagles lights, it's in the shape of a W. So he said, you know what that means? I said, what does that mean? He said the Eagles go win on Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. So my pick is the Eagles, going with the conspiracy theory. Let's go. But as always, families are like branches. We grow apart, but together we stand out. Kansas City, you see that? You see the lights, huh? Kansas City, you see they lights. You see that banner. You see how it looks, right? All right. Let's keep going. Eagles, you see that light. You see it look a little bit different, huh?